Namaskar and welcome to the program. We begin as always with the thought of the day. एक तस्वीर में हमेशा दो लोग होते हैं, एक वो जो तस्वीर खींच रहा है और दूसरा वो जो तस्वीर देख रहा है. There are always two people in every picture, the photographer and the viewer. और आज हमारे लिए बहुत ख़ास दिन है because on the program we have a well-renowned sports photographer and today happens to be his birthday. We are delighted to have on our program today Shri Seshadri Sukumar. Welcome to the program.
Namaskar.
Namaskar and happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
Photography came to you just by chance, didn't it?
No, it's not like that. It's not by design.
Right.
No, my mindset, it's because of my mind.
You
I
wanted
came
to be
into
a photographer.
yes.
Okay. But there is this apocryphal story of how you ended up buying a camera and you bargained for it and you happened to get it, and that is what led to...
Yes, that is correct.
That
Actually, I was going through every studio. I had a break of 1 year to join a nationalized bank. That 1 year gap, I want to utilize it very prudently.
Right.
So I started learning accountancy, bookkeeping, this export management, even regional typewriting. You know, like not necessarily English, the Tamil typewriting, and so many things. Hindi a little, but I could not continue. But photography finally. So that time I used to visit all the studios nearby. So one Mr. Shingaram, he sent through his assistant one camera, and I bargained it for 50% because I did not have money, even though I had the drive to buy a camera, but I did not have the money. So he returned back with the money that I offered.
600 rupees?
Yes. My father said, no, you have offered it and you have to buy, you have made the commitment and you have to honor it. So he paid the money that time.
So when you bought the camera, were you planning to go professional or was it just a hobby that time?
No, that time it was, I started it as a hobby. It was a passion. And later on it became my breath. After some time. So after buying the camera, I had to after 6 months of time I had to join the bank. So in the bank I was made the official photographer of the bank. I continued there almost till my taking voluntary retirement scheme. I was there as an official photographer, and so that was because of the bank I could get well recognized outside.
So when you were working in the bank, what kind of photographs were you taking that time?
No, actually bank will have lot of functions.
Right.
Customers meet, this and that, and all board meeting, everything. So
when did you come into sports photography?
So during the course of my continuing both the bank and the photography, I used to go to this watch cricket matches, So there I entered this Max Stadium in Chennai. That was known as Chepauk grounds. Yes. So even before that, I used to during my school days, I used to watch cricket as well as motorsports. That used to happen in Cholavaram.
Okay.
Still now I remember cyclist, the number one, Jinnadasa. He was from Sri Lanka. He used to ride in Norton. Norton bike. It used to be 50 laps they have to go on. I used to watch. So I like speed and action. So that is why I switched over to sports photography.
And you yourself didn't play any sports before that. Did you play sports? Were
No,
you
I don't. No, during the childhood days we used to play, but not so seriously.
Now, in the days when you started photographing cricket, it used to be a much slower game. It not like today.
Yeah, that's correct. So now it is all
So
you
those
know,
were
20
the-
overs, you know,
yeah.
so it's all very fast.
Yeah.
Those days it is 5 days.
And who were your favorite cricketers in those days?
Gundappa Vishwanath,
Naturally.
Gavaskar,
Mm.
Salim Durrani,
And,
and Solkar.
so did you meet these people, or were you just?
No. Those days, no, I used to watch only. I did not take up when Gavaskar was playing, you know, that time I did not take up sports photography. After that only.
So one thing led to the to another, and then you started traveling with the cricket team, or how was
No,
it?
no. I go as an individual
Right.
and keep following there in the
That's what I
pitch.
mean. That
Yes,
you.
yes, correct. Some photographers used to follow the team itself.
You're right.
I don't do that.
Okay.
Sometimes they engage somebody who should follow the team and go wherever they are. So I
you-
didn't do that.
you were always
yeah,
independent.
That is, I meant that. No, that is why I said I don't follow the team.
And then, at what point did you move to World Cup? You've covered FIFA. You've
Yes,
covered the Beijing Olympics and the London Olympics as
Yes,
well.
yes, London Olympics, Beijing Olympics,
Right.
and then Rio Olympics,
Right.
and Singapore Youth Olympics was there,
Mhm.
and Incheon was there. So many Olympics. These 3 Olympics.
Again, did you go as an individual, or? were
Yes,
you
yes, as an individual only. But in India, we have to get accredited through a newspaper.
Right.
That is always there. So some small newspapers, they help me for.
So you
going.
started with Musalman.
Yes, yes, yes. They help me with this accreditation. So some Trinity Mirror is also there.
Okay.
So I used to go with them. Now UNA helps me. PTA also, through PTA also I have travelled. So many newspapers. At one point of time I was thinking, why not we start a small newspaper so that we can accredit some more people under me. No.
That's a good idea. You can try
There
that.
are a lot of people who wanted to come to this but unable to find the right person to encourage them.
Right.
That is there. No. If I can do it myself, I think I can encourage some more people.
That's a good idea. I
Those
think you
want
should
to.
think about it more seriously, because we do have a lot of budding photographers now, especially with the advent of the digital age, and
Yes, yes.
anyone who has a smartphone
Yes, yes.
is a photographer today.
Yes, yes. Now, yes. Even those who are having cell phones, they are photographers nowadays. Yes.
So what do you feel about that? You know,
You know-
and everyone just fishes out a
Yes,
camera
yes,
and takes pictures. Do you look at that as true photography?
No, it's not like this. There, according to their wish, they are doing that. We can't interfere. In fact, if I want to help them, I'll help them with the right angle. And sometimes I take the camera. And, sometimes when we see some people, taking some pictures, he may have to be there at the other end. I take the camera, go there, I'll take the picture for you.
You have learnt on the job. You didn't.
Yes,
really-
yes, yes. I did not go for any, classes or anything. No, I am a self-made person, and I used to refer some books, but not in detail. Something like those days. Only Kodak was, supplying some books on
Yeah.
photography, like professional portrait techniques and this and that, lighting, this one. And all that. And some focal length books were there. I used to buy and keep it. I don't have the time or something like that.
Now these books that Kodak came up with, or any good quality books on photography, are extremely expensive.
Yes.
As is photography itself. At least it was in those days, because you were shooting on film.
Yes, yes, yes. The books were available when I was shooting on film. Books were available very much, but for the newcomers now, they need not go for primitive method of book reading. They have great opportunities. They can Google everything, and they can visit websites.
Yeah. When you got married, did your wife support your
Yes,
passion?
She used to support me silently. Not she can't participate in all that.
No, what I mean is, because it was so expensive.
Yes, yes. Yeah. She was also employed in Canara Bank. I was in Indian Overseas Bank.
So she could
So-
understand your passion
Yes,
because
yes, yes.
all your money is going into
Yes, yes.
cameras
Some,
and
some fights will happen. That is always there.
and
So
you
anyway.
found a way to save money by printing your own photographs. You had your own lab.
Yes, yes, yes. I had my own enlarger and dark room, but it's not a lab. So I used to print my
Photographs, yeah.
in my dark room. I've been using a lot of enlargers. So there were Dust. There is a company called Dust. So I had an enlarger by name 605, then 650, then 707 finally. Then I gave it up.
And what about when you bought your first camera? Of course, it was a simple
Yes.
camera. Do you remember
Yeah,
which
yeah.
one
It was a simple camera by name Seagull. That's why it's a yellow coated good lens. But after that, I switched over to a camera called Nikon. That's FM, fully manual. Then fully electronic also I went. Then fully FA. So many. I was using a Nikon camera for about 28 and a half years. And then after that, I switched over to Canon for a simple reason that they were following a technology called CMOS.
Okay, and what
The
is this?
technology is very good at low light.
Okay.
So most of my work is floodlight photography. So I since then I've been using only Canon. After that, Nikon also has introduced the same technology after 2.5 years. By the time they lost their market.
And what about good quality lenses, because you need all kinds of extenders and
Yes, I have. See, one has to carry everything. When we do sports photography, there is no specific equipment. We have to have from fisheye to 400 mm. We have to carry everything with us. Sometimes based on the shoot, we may have to we may restrict. For this there is no need for 400 mm. 70-200 is enough, or 300 is enough, or even 24-70 is also enough. Sometimes when we shoot badminton and when we are very close to the subject, so there is no need for a very big lens unless we go far away and shoot. If suppose we shoot the same badminton from a gallery, we may have to use 300 mm or 400 mm. But when we shoot very near to field, then we can use even 24/7.
you mentioned badminton. You have some very beautiful pictures of PV Sindhu.
Yeah.
And the way
I got a signature on this one.
on a shuttlecock.
Shuttlecock, yes. Sindhu.
So when you look at a sport now, the way cricket is played is very different. Obviously, you're very far away.
Yes.
A badminton court is much smaller. So is a tennis court. And when you do athletics, then again you're very far. How do you plan yourself for each of these different situations?
So I have already experienced the venue for athletics and the venue for cricket, venue for FIFA, football or badminton, So we know where we are going.
Right.
And sometimes in a place like Olympics, where we may have to go here and there, if it is badminton, I have to carry some the requisite lenses for the badminton. At the same time, if I have to go to football on the same day, I may have to take that also. But in the case of games like Olympics, we are provided lockers everywhere. We can keep our luggage. We can keep our camera gears in the locker and pick it up tomorrow, next day, and we can go with the smaller things.
The interesting thing about still photography is that you're actually, especially when you're doing sports photography, you're actually freezing an action.
Yes.
For posterity. It's not a moving camera.
Yes.
It's not a
that's
film. So you have to follow the subject or the action and catch the action in such a way where you're also catching the expression of the player. So you have to be predictive somewhere.
Yes, it's not. We can't predict anything. We have to be very, very cautious.
Okay.
We can't. Even miss a second.
Yeah.
We have to be very, very vigilant.
And also very lucky.
That time, I know what Sindhu's opponent is going to do. That we know. What you said, predictive. I am telling. I know she is going to win, and she is going to emit some emotions.
Yeah.
I was sure about it. So I was concentrating. So I have taken hundreds of pictures of Sindhu. So I have to focus on the opponent of Sindhu so that I get her emotions on winning, right?
Yeah.
So I was concentrating on her. She threw her racket, and it came step by step.
Yeah. And you got that moment.
Yes.
You've also got very interesting moments of the swimming competitions.
Yes. They are doing yoga on water. It's almost like.
It's almost like that, yeah.
So I was concentrating.
So do you think there's an element of luck as well?
No. When we are so concentrated on the subject, luck will come.
Luck will come.
She was inside. I never knew that when she is going to come up. Suddenly she came up with the yoga posture actually. So I could get.
So that is where the luck factor is.
Yes.
If you keep persisting.
When we are devoted to the subject and concentrating on one thing, God gives us that.
But are there any photographs or any moments in any of these big events that you felt that you were the one who caught it and it wasn't really planned?
There are. Yes.
There are?
See, one Chinese couple got wedded in Olympics. I was the only Indian photographer there. There were photographers, but I was the only Indian photographer. Only three of us from India were professionals in a sense. There were 2-3 maybe, but we are from PTA 1, Malayalam Manorama 1 and myself from Chennai. So I was only, they were concentrating on some other subject, but I was there right in this. She is a silver medalist from China.
Right.
I think her coach, both of them came together, and probably they should have made up their mind earlier, but he announced it here. It was a surprise. She was crying half and laughing half.
At the same time, that is a wonderful emotion to catch.
So I was very much present everywhere, and you could have seen that picture everywhere in India and all the newspapers.
So to catch an emotion requires a certain kind of sensitivity on the part of the photographer. How do you kind of work towards that?
We can't work towards that. We have to be
because
very
this
careful.
Is all candid anyway.
We have to be very careful. Had I gone some 5 minutes before, I would have missed that picture. No, I waited, and it happened all on a sudden, so I could get it.
You have photographed Sachin Tendulkar quite a bit. You caught his emotions beautifully.
Yes.
What has that experience been like?
No, whenever I see Sachin, I used to take a lot of pictures of him. I don't. So my entire concentration will be on him rather than other players.
You have a special place in your heart for him.
Yes.
And he's taken your photograph for his autobiography.
Yes, put it. It was a great, pleasant surprise for me actually. Out of a lot of pictures from a lot of photographers. Hundreds of photographers, he has taken that picture. And
so over the years, has there been any kind of special bonding with some of the players that you photograph?
No.
Not really? Not with Sachin, not with Sania?
No, nothing. I have, in the sense, they all know me very, like how I know them, they also know me very well.
Yeah.
But, sometimes when we like somebody, we take more pictures. If I have that, then I cannot concentrate on others.
Yeah, that is also true.
I have to necessarily concentrate on each and every one. But sometimes when Sachin is there, I have pleasure photographing him.
So of the new lot in the new team, who are your favorites? You've covered IPL
yes.
in its entirety. So the way it has evolved over the last 10 years.
Yes.
Who are your favorites in the new team? Who do you think?
Dhoni.
Okay.
Chris Gale.
Sometimes when you're taking photographs, there's also a lot of humor which comes in. Because you're just catching candid moments.
Yes.
Which has been the funniest photograph that you've taken?
In Barbados Stadium, I was covering the World Cup. Simultaneously, some people with towels on their, they took bath in the swimming pool and all that. When they have kept beer bottles as their stumps, and they were playing simultaneously. can this happen anywhere in the world?
That's like we play gully cricket in
Yes.
India. Do you ever, when you're in a stadium, do you ever also move towards the audience?
Yes, many a times. That is also there. But we are not, when we go up to take photographs, then we'll be missing something. Whatever we get from our position, we may have to turn the camera and then take. Otherwise, that is why some, in the case of other agencies, they used to have 4 or 5 photographers. One, they'll allot every corner, everyone. One will be having a smaller lens, shorter zoom, and he'll be going to the gallery and taking pictures. So, but
or
still I
it
used
can
to
be a
have.
photographer with 2 or 3 cameras.
Yes, but still, see, suppose I go there, I'll be missing a great this one here in the field, right? So in the case of agencies, they have 3 or 4 photographers engaged in different aspects of the same event, different activities they do.
For a photographer, actually, it is not the camera, it's the eye of the photographer which really matters. Do you think the emotions of a photographer also matter?
If I start showing my emotions, my picture will go.
No, but if you feel for what is happening, won't your picture be
No,
better?
I can't feel. I won't feel for whatever that happens, because my concentration is on the subject, not on the result of the match.
So it's like following the Bhagavad Gita, really. You have to just take the photograph.
Yes.
You don't know what the result will be. Especially when you were shooting on film. Now, of course, one has a general idea what the photograph will look like.
Yes. During the film days, actually, film has more resolution, 4 times higher resolution than digital. Even now, some photographers use film technology, and for gaining that higher resolution.
True.
And digitize it later on by means of drum scanning and all that. And then they make very big blow-ups and all. Still now it is happening. But that will not work out in photojournalism.
True.
Because we may have to send the picture immediately. In split second it comes. It's being published in New York Times or London Wall Street Journal in split second. That is not possible. That was not possible when the film technology was there. We may have to go back to our darkroom, print, and then write caption at the back of this thing, and we may have to teleprint and so many things. That is good, but the advancement of science and technology is so great, we may have to make use of them now. So the resolution of the digital camera is only 300. But whereas the film, in the film, it is the resolution is more than 1200. So you can just 4 times it is. It gives good output.
Naturally,
we can give lot of information.
Right.
You see, once there is file info, so many things are there, origin. So everything will go at one spot. There is no need to write and all that.
And also with digital photography, you can Photoshop it, you can enhance it. You can put in effects that you like, which was more difficult with.
No, we can't do all this in our work. If it is something else, we can do it. Some other work.
When you do this kind of running about all the time, you also need to keep fit.
I do a lot of walking and yoga. I do Padmasana and all other things.
On our program, we also have fitness tips, which are usually yoga tips. Let's have a look at some of those.
योग आंतरिक विज्ञान की प्रक्रिया का भी विशेष पहलू है, जो कई प्रकार की प्रक्रियाओं का मेल है, जिसके माध्यम से हम सब शरीर एवं मन के बीच सामंजस्य स्थापित कर आत्म साक्षात्कार करने की कोशिश करते हैं। योगाभ्यास मन को प्रसन्न रखने में भी सहायक है। संभावनाओं को संभव बनाते हुए योग बाहरी और अंतः जगत में सफलता के नित्य नए सोपान चढ़ने में मददगार भी है। योग अभ्यास हमें परंपराओं से जोड़ने का काम भी करते हैं। इस ओर आगे बढ़ने के नजरिए से एक बेहद कारगर आसन है सेतुबंद आसन।
शवासन में आइए, रिलैक्स करो, पूरा शरीर को विश्राम स्थिति में लाइए। दोनों पैरों को जोड़िए, दोनों पैरों को मोड़िए, नीज के दोनों एंकल को पकड़िए, हड्डियों को आहिस्ता से धीरे से सांस लेते हुए शरीर को उठाइए, कंधे के ऊपर पूरा स्ट्रेच कीजिए, और भी उठाइए और भी स्ट्रेच करिए। पूरा दोनों पैरों को ज़मीन पर सही ढंग से रखें और थोड़ा सा ऊपर करें। यस, मेंटेन करो, और भी ऊपर करो, और भी करो, मेंटेन करो। धीरे से वापस आए, शरीर को ज़मीन पर रखें, दोनों पैरों को सीधा करें, हथेली को दूर रखें, दोनों पैरों को अलग करें, शवासन में लेट जाइए, विश्राम करें। सेतुबंद आसन।
सेतुबंद आसन के लाभ डिप्रेशन एवं चिंता से मुक्त कराता है, कमर के निचले हिस्से की मांसपेशियों को मजबूत बनाता है, पेट के अंगों में कसावट लाता है, पाचन क्षमता बढ़ाता है और कब्ज से छुटकारा दिलाता है। सावधानियां, अल्सर और हर्निया से परेशान व्यक्तियों और कुछ अवसरों पर गर्भवती महिलाओं को यह आसन नहीं करना चाहिए।
But as a photographer, you have experimented with all kinds of photography, including portraiture, which at one time was your favorite, wasn't it?
I like portraits very much. Even now also, whenever I find time, I ring up somebody and take pictures.
Why is it that you like portraits better?
No, it's it's very, very difficult to satisfy a human. You can satisfy anybody, not a human.
When you take a portrait, it is in the true sense still photography, because your subject is still.
Yes, yes.
You can control the light.
Yes, yes.
You can decide the
Yes, yes.
the angles.
It is not possible in sports. We can control everything. We can keep everything under our control, including the subject. And in that, if I want to get the candid picture in the portrait, that's very difficult, no?
That's very difficult, yes.
So it is a spontaneous. As we talk, suppose I click in remote, I get the best picture of you. Instead of asking you to pose and take the picture, as we talk, you don't know when I am going to click.
You also have taken some very interesting photographs in synchronized swimming.
Yes, yes. I wanted to cover this gymnastics and synchronized swimming without fail.
Okay. What was
that
the
day
reason?
we had an Indian event also.
Right.
But still I had to cope up with both of this. So I had to skip one thing.
Why this special interest in gymnastics?
Because it's it's very, very, very difficult. It is what they are doing. It's not that easy. I sometimes feel whether they have bones in their body.
The way they bend in all directions.
It's all synchronization of thoughts also there.
Yeah.
One has to think like all the. If there are 6 people in gymnastics, all the 6 have to think alike. Otherwise, it will get missed.
Now, for most of us who have seen film cameras, there was always a hit and miss for the amateur. The photograph might come out well, it might not come out well at all. It could be a total dud. Anything can happen.
Yes, yes.
Did that happen with you ever?
Very rarely, no.
Okay.
I believe God, He gives me the right thing.
That is true, and God's blessing
You know,
has
one
been
time,
on.
one time when I was working in Indian Overseas Bank, executive director retired, so I have to take pictures. The battery is totally down, totally down. It can give 1 or 2 pictures only. I have no time to go down. You know, I was in the 7th floor. I have to go down by the battery and come back. I just prayed God. I got 10 pictures. Finished.
So God's been on your
yeah,
side.
yeah, yes, definitely.
So you
There is some power that is working, definitely.
and you're especially blessed because you are working on a calendar with Tirupati Balaji, aren't
Yeah,
you?
yeah, yes, of
That's a very
course.
special blessing.
That is my. I am recognized by God now. Finally.
So you're finally accredited.
Yes.
Is there a special way, because now again this is portraiture, but it's a portrait of a different kind. So are you approaching it in a particular way?
Yes, because it is all metallic things, you know.
All the ornamentation.
Yes. So we have to specially light accordingly, and in post production we may have to edit.
Okay.
So everywhere, anything which is not matte finish, it will reflect anything. So metallic means there is no. If you just Google and see the metallic objects being photographed,
Yeah.
there will be some reflection somewhere.
Yeah.
It cannot, without reflection you cannot. If you totally take it in ambient light also, there will be some light source somewhere and it will follow the subject.
And normally it is said all that glitters is not gold, but this is gold and diamonds and all kinds of precious stones that really glitter.
Yes, that's correct.
So do you touch them up? Do you put powder
No,
on?
later on we have to, no.
You can't touch.
Later on maybe we may have to decide how to go about design this, especially.
You had a relatively long career as a
So
photographer.
as you asked, you know,
Hi.
in this type of photographs we can do some post production work,
Right.
but not in the case of sports and other things. We can't do anything. We can't manipulate things at the back. We have to take it as it is.
So you can manipulate the gods.
Even the exposure or this thing, it will come all right, almost. There is no problem.
You must be the only photographer in the world who is so certain and so confident that a photograph will definitely come out well.
For every click, I pray. That is why I get the best picture.
That is your secret to success.
Yes, I have told you now.
See, before coming into buying that first camera for 600 rupees, before that you were studying for banking and accounts
Yes,
and
yes,
things like
yes.
that. As a kid,
I was preparing for the examination of nationalized bank.
right?
I was I was doing my final year degree, BCom.
But as a child, what were your ambitions? What did you want to become?
No, I did not have any ambition before.
No ambitions at all.
No. As a child,
Right.
I did not have any ambition.
Most-
Only after I entered, you know, now my ambition is to take good photographs. That's all.
That's the best ambition to have. And on that note, let's take a short break and we'll continue our conversation.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
झाड़ के पीछे पेड़ के नीचे तालाब के आजू पटरी के बाजू करते हो तुम पेट हल्का ना शौचालय ना है नल का फैल गई गंदगी बीमारी चारों ओर अरे इसीलिए बॉस शट द डोर
मतलब
दरवाजा बंद करो दरवाजा बंद तो बीमारी बंद अरे खुले में जब शौच करोगे खुल के रोग फैलाओगे तो भाई बीमार पड़ोगे सब संग
तो क्या करें?
दरवाजा बंद करो दरवाजा बंद तो बीमारी बंद बात समझ में आई तो ही लाओ अपनी मुंडी शौच करना है तो बंद करो भाई कुंडी
शौचालय का उपयोग कीजिए और भारत को स्वच्छ बनाइए।
सुनो सुनो किसान भाइयों सुनो सुनो ओ सुनो सुनो किसान भाइयों सुनो 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 किसान भाइयों ध्यान लगाकर बात सुनो। नीम कोटेड यूरिया आया, खेती में नई क्रांति लाया। इससे यूरिया की क्षमता और बढ़े, नाइट्रोजन जमीन को बेहतर मिले, नीम के गुणों से कीटाणु मरे, पानी को दूषित ना करे। तो भाइयों, नीम कोटेड यूरिया से हो मेहनत सफल, बेहतर हो खेत, पानी और फसल।
कृषि और किसान कल्याण मंत्रालय द्वारा किसान हित में जारी।
खेलो इंडिया। खेल मनोरंजन का तरीका, खुद को फिट बनाए रखने का माध्यम, या फिर इन सब से आगे बढ़कर अपनी प्रतिभा की चमक बिखेर कर देश का नाम रोशन करने का सुनहरा जरिया। खेल की दुनिया में बढ़ती संभावनाओं को देखते हुए इस ओर युवाओं को आकर्षित करने और खेल प्रतिभाओं को तराश कर उन्हें विश्व स्तरीय बनाने के मकसद से खेलो इंडिया की शुरुआत की गई है। इसके तहत देश के कोने कोने से उन सभी खिलाड़ियों को उचित वातावरण और प्रोफेशनल ट्रेनिंग मुहैया कराना शामिल है जो देश के लिए वैश्विक खेल स्पर्धाओं में पदक जीतने का दमखम रखते हैं। इसमें समय समय पर राज्य स्तर पर खेल महाकुंभ का आयोजन किया जाता है और उसमें शानदार प्रदर्शन करने वाले खिलाड़ियों को और बेहतर प्रदर्शन के लिए स्पेशल कैंप्स में भेजा जाता है। इसके तहत ओलंपिक पोडियम कार्यक्रम भी शुरू किया गया है। ओलंपिक जैसे खेलों के सबसे बड़े महाकुंभ में पदक जीतना हर खिलाड़ी का सपना होता है। उस सपने को साकार करने के लिए खिलाड़ियों को उस स्तर का प्रशिक्षण देने के लिए विशेषज्ञों की पूरी टीम मेहनत करती है। मेडल जीतने की संभावना वाले खिलाड़ियों को विदेशों में प्रशिक्षण देने की व्यवस्था भी है। देश में प्रतिभाओं की कोई कमी नहीं है। गांव-गांव में खिलाड़ियों के पास हुनर भी है और देश के लिए कुछ अनूठा करने का जज्बा भी। ऐसे में खेलो इंडिया से उन्हें एक नई राह मिल रही है। वो आगे आ रहे हैं और अपनी क्षमताओं का विस्तार कर कुछ बेहद शानदार करने के लिए खुद को तैयार करने लगे हैं। सरकार ने इसके लिए खेल बजट बढ़ाया है और खिलाड़ियों की फिटनेस बनाए रखने के लिए उनके खान-पान पर भी ध्यान दिया है। कई स्पोर्ट्स कॉलेजेस और स्पोर्ट्स इंजरी सेंटर्स खोले गए हैं, जिसका लक्ष्य खिलाड़ियों को बेहतर से बेहतरीन बनाना है। खेलो इंडिया से स्थिति बदलने लगी है।
मातृत्व जीवन में पूर्ण संतोष और आनंद लाता है, लेकिन यह आनंद स्त्री के जीवन और तंदुरुस्ती के लिए एक चुनौती की तरह है। इस समय महिलाओं को विशेष देखभाल की जरूरत होती है, क्योंकि उनके साथ जुड़ जाती है एक और मासूम जिंदगी। जागरूकता और बेहतर मेडिकल सुविधा के अभाव में गर्भावस्था कई महिलाओं के लिए जिंदगी का अंतिम पड़ाव भी साबित हो जाता है। महिलाओं की इन्हीं परेशानियों को समझते हुए सरकार ने सुरक्षित मातृत्व अभियान की पहल की है। इसके तहत हर महीने की 9 तारीख को सभी गर्भवती महिलाओं को कुशल चिकित्सकों की ओर से प्रसव पूर्व देखभाल की सुविधा शुरू की गई है। ये अभियान उन महिलाओं के लिए उम्मीद की एक किरण साबित हो रहा है जो गर्भावस्था के समय होने वाली बीमारियों से अनजान रहती थी और इसका बुरा असर उनके और आने वाले बच्चे के स्वास्थ्य पर पड़ता था। सरकारी स्वास्थ्य केंद्रों और जहां इसकी सुविधा नहीं है, वहां निजी क्षेत्रों के विशेषज्ञों की ओर से हर महीने की 9 तारीख को ये सुविधा मुहैया की जा रही है। जब गर्भ 3 से 6 महीने का हो तो महिलाएं नियमित जांच के लिए स्वास्थ्य केंद्रों में संपर्क कर सकती हैं। इस योजना की सबसे खास बात ये है कि इसमें सभी जांच मुफ्त में की जाती है। ऐसे में कमजोर और गरीबी रेखा से नीचे रहने वाली महिलाओं के लिए ये किसी सपने के सच होने जैसा है। इसके तहत महिलाओं को अस्पताल की ओर से मातृ एवं बाल संरक्षण कार्ड दिया जाता है, जिसे दिखाकर वो हर महीने इस योजना का लाभ ले सकती हैं। इस योजना के शुरू होने से मातृत्व मृत्यु दर और शिशु मृत्यु दर में कमी आने लगी है। कुछ समय पहले तक ये एक गंभीर समस्या थी, लेकिन इस अभियान के सकारात्मक परिणामों से स्थिति में बदलाव आने लगा है। जैसे जैसे इस अभियान का विस्तार होता जा रहा है, वैसे वैसे गर्भवती महिलाओं की परेशानियां भी खत्म होने लगी हैं, जिससे उनके चेहरे पर मुस्कान दोबारा लौटने लगी है।
Welcome back. We are sitting down today with the renowned photographer Shri S. Sukumar. Before going into the break, we were talking about the various experiences you've had in photography, and one of the high points has been the FIFA World Cup. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Yes, yes. Actually, I should have been the first person from India to apply for FIFA World Cup. No, I was waiting for. I did not sleep overnight because when the time comes, I have to apply first. So, in fact, I had applied it, but they had sent. They have only quota of 2 for India, so they have sent it to Delhi. Actually, my accreditation, but unfortunately, I could not get it from Delhi. Then I approached them directly. What is the point? Why? Even though my accreditation is approved, I did not get my this one. So I was pleading with the Basketball Association at Delhi to release my accreditation, but they did not do it due to some reasons, but which I can't blame them. And subsequently, I spoke to the FIFA head. Then it was a pleasant surprise due to my persistent, approach. Finally, I got a call from them saying that you have been approved as an international photographer, but now nobody can stop you from, nobody can snatch away your accreditation. This is what our continuous approach and prayers, things like that yields a result.
At the World Cup, what was that experience like at FIFA?
Yeah, see, now the playing country is there, then a defending country is there, right? Third, so the photographers of the playing country and defending country will be given first preference. I was given the third preference, that is international photographers. So I got a better position than what would have been for India.
Yeah.
Because India is a non-playing country, so they treat us as the 7th place or something like that. So I got it. I got my placement at the third. This one.
And what were the high points in that? What were the kind of photographs that you feel extremely proud about that you have taken at the World Cup?
I've taken a lot of pictures of Messi, Maradona. Maradona also was there. Maradona, I pictured him. I photographed him in 2010. The FIFA World Cup was in South Africa.
Right.
I photographed him. But this time, I'm a great fan of Messi. So I had taken a lot of pictures of him. In fact, I had conducted an exhibition of FIFA World Cup in Chennai.
And that was very highly appreciated by sports fans.
Yes, yes.
What is the kind of difficulty that a sports photographer faces?
We cannot take rest. We have to be always moving here. And in the case of FIFA, after I finish my work in one state, immediately I have to take the bus to the next state. And early morning I will be reaching. Again, the work starts there. In the afternoon that will start. So just a few hours of rest in the bean bag somewhere. That is these are the difficulties, and getting accreditation is also very difficult. That is also there.
And selling your images.
That I don't think about it first.
No, but if you look at the practical point of it,
so only after I come back,
Right.
Fortunately, I want to highlight one point here. I was struggling to cover the London Olympics. I was struggling to even going to London and covering this thing. There are some corporates always help me to. After not much, I have to save for 4 years to cover one Olympic event, right? So after I came back, I sold my pictures for 12 lakhs.
That's fantastic. So would you recommend this as a career for?
No, and I did not go in search of selling. It came to me because I had photograph, almost. No, and I don't cover only India. If I cover only India, there is no point. We have to cover all the disciplines of games involved in Olympics. So, of course, the preference is given to India in the sense that when they come for, there are so many rounds,
Right.
Quarterfinals, semi-finals, first qualification round, 3 rounds are there. Then after that, quarterfinals, semi-finals, finals. So, when they reach the quarterfinals or something, then I'll be concentrating on India and I'll capture the best pictures and immediately switch over to some other event.
When people saw this exhibition in Chennai, generally the sports enthusiasts, the youngsters,
Yes.
For them it's a very romantic thing.
Yes.
You carry a beautiful camera with these big lenses and you take these lovely pictures, you capture moments which are historic.
Yes.
But it isn't all that easy for a photographer,
Yes,
is
yes.
it?
I feel that my pictures will definitely inspire the budding athletes and sports person to become a great champion, maybe an Olympian also.
What is it that drives you to take photographs? Why do you want to take photographs?
It's an urge,
An urge to capture the moment.
Yes.
But would you recommend this as a career for other budding photographers?
They can take it up. No, there are vast avenues nowadays. It is not like before. Now every now IPL has come. Lot of opportunities, not only for photographers, for all the cricketers, young cricketers. The great cricketers have been identified only by IPL.
Right.
So like that ISL has come. So like that badminton league is there. So a lot of sporting events are coming up.
Yeah,
That
there's a
too,
kabaddi
country
league.
like a very big country like India, opportunities are more.
Now that photography is a lot easier because it's digital, how does one need to train to be a photographer?
You can go for some workshops are going on. He can learn by himself. He can Google everything and find out. Otherwise, one has to be practical. Otherwise, my recommendation is that once he practices, he cannot forget.
Right.
The right and wrong, he cannot forget.
But your own children didn't follow you. Your son and your daughter didn't follow in your footsteps.
They are not interested.
Why is it?
It's not like that. Probably the difficulties I am facing in carrying out this profession. Maybe that.
What is the difficulty you think you're facing?
No. I will have sleepless nights. I have to process it on the same day and see the result. I have to print it.
Yeah.
So, the entire night is given up.
So no family life at all. You're just married to photography.
Yes.
Are there any other hobbies you have?
My hobby is to go to temple whenever I get free time. I'll be in temple only.
That's a wonderful hobby to have.
I take my grandchildren also. He'll always be with me for the temple.
That's wonderful.
Mostly, yes.
You bond very well with your grandchildren. Yes. Have they shown any interest in photography as yet?
Yes, my first grandson is showing some interest, and I have to teach him. Yes.
Well, we hope that you take a million more photographs in your career, and we hope to see you again on in our studios someday soon. And thank you so much for being here today.
Welcome.
And once again, wishing you a very happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
Well, I do hope that you enjoyed our program. We'll be waiting for your comments and suggestions. Write in to us at this email, Aaj Savere @ddkdelhi.org.in। और इसके साथ ही इस प्रोग्राम में विदा लेते हैं। अगली बार तक के लिए नमस्कार।